Well, hello and welcome to the Valent Live here in Derby, where we've got exactly the sort of fight night where new stars can emerge in British boxing. The main event is for the vacant British welterweight title, Commonwealth title on the line as well, the Worcester Warrior, Owen Cooper. Constantin Ursu, a fascinating main event coming up later on DAZN. This is the prelims. I'm Dev Sani. We are free. We are live at the moment on YouTube. And look who I've got with me, Mr. Joe Gallagher. How are you, sir?
I'm all right, Dev. How are you? Good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, always better for seeing you, Joe.
All right, cheers. Thank you.
Now, main event tonight, British welterweight title on the line. Now, if I've got to British titles, it's got to be you. You know all about this belt, Joe.
Yeah, this is a prestigious belt. It's a prestigious weight division, the welterweight division. It has been for over years. But that Lord Lonsdale belt, the British title, I think when everyone turns professional, that's the belt they want to try and fight for, win, and then win it outright. I think we've seen Ryan Rhodes win it at a very young age. He was someone that created a bit of history with it. But I've been quite fortunate. I think the goal in our gym and the bar that is set in our gym, that the minimum we want from you is to become a British champion. That's the bar that was set, and we've had some over the years that have won it outright. John Murray won it outright, and to have that belt complete and sat there, and we've been fortunate. I think we've had 3 lightweight champions. I'm only saying it because it's been weird. John Murray first, and then Anthony Crolla won it, and then Scott Cardle won it, and stablemate seeing the names on the belt where you get it engraved on has been quite funny. But yeah, it's a great belt, and it's still one of the best looking pieces of equipment in world boxing. It's what everyone wants on the mantelpiece or in the glass shelves.
So how many have you had? How many British champions have you had? Not bad at all, Joe, is it?
Oh, it's all right. We've got a goal and a mission by 2027. There's a number that we've set now to achieve that we want to try and do with the next crop of kids coming through. I liked what you said at the beginning of this show tonight. It's about the next generation of stars. This one, and I do feel the Magnificent Seven show in Manchester at the end of the month in March is a great show. There's some great prospects, great title fights on it, and it is about, I know they're on about the you feel this is the breakthrough, these 2 shows at least up to now, that they're showing the emerging talent that's coming through, and I think 26, 2027 there's got to be a lot of new household names and stars for everyone to watch and support.
Well, I think one of the emerging stars is the man that you train, the man that the reason you are here, Joe Cooper, 5-0. He's got his 6th fight here tonight. What can you tell us about young Joe Cooper?
Joe's a very talented kid. He turned pro. He was an outstanding amateur, only lost 1 bout, and his last amateur fight was age 16. I think someone on the ground running and signed him like he did with Moses Atuma. Pro debut at 18. Like I say, he's only 19 now, 5-0. But I've said to Frank, listen, this kid, let's get him to the age of 21, 22, and he'll be 20-0. But we've got to have a serious talent in our hands at age 22, 23. Joe Cooper, and really
already got the next generation of British champions in your gym coming through, Joe.
Well, we've got a stable full of them. Mikey Talon now 12-0, Billy Dennis 14-0, Josh Holmes 18-0. I'm trying not to forget anyone or I'll get bollocks when I get back in the gym on Thinger. But we've got Joe Cooper as one, Ewan Malone, 3-time ABA champion. So we're working on building blocks this year, but the big year's got to be 2027.
Brilliant speaking to you, Joe. I think we're going to let you go. I think very shortly you're going to be getting in the ring. But before all of that, we're going to head over to Thomas Triber.
Let's first welcome to the ring from Benito Canelito Garcia.
Well, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're watching in the world, and welcome to ringside here in Derby. What a night of boxing we've got, and this man is Benito Garcia.
Welcome to the ring.
And this is Lasha Guruli, 29 years old, from Georgia. The last time we saw him was on the undercard of Alexander Usyk versus Daniel Dubois at Wembley Stadium last year, and he is a Paris 2024 Olympic medalist.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Championship Boxing. live in Derby, England. It is being brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry, along with their great sponsors, Riyadh Season, 32 Red, Unibet, Global Next Trade, and That Prize Guy. A big thanks to those great sponsors. We get things started with 6 rounds scheduled in the super light division. When the bell rings, our referee in charge and scoring the contest will be Chris Dean. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he comes to the ring wearing silver with black lettering and weighed in officially at 142.4. Jalisco, Mexico. He brings a professional record consisting of 17 wins, 16 defeats, 4 draws, with 5 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Benito Canelito Garcia! And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He comes to the ring wearing black with silver and weighed in officially at 142.10 pounds. Hailing from Rustavi in the country of Georgia, he was a 2024 Olympic bronze medalist and now as a professional, undefeated with 2 wins. One of his 2 wins comes by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Lasha Guruli.
Okay, fellas, you both know the rules. I want to see a good, clean fight. I say break, you stop punching, take 1 pace back. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves.
Well, here we go. The first bout of the evening. An action-packed, stacked card here in Derby. Lasha Guruli fighting out of the blue corner in those black shorts with the white bands. And Benito Garcia out in the red corner with those white shorts and in the blue gloves. You're joined by myself, Darren Reese, and for this fight, also Dev Sani, a man of many talents. Good evening, Dev.
Good evening, Darren. Apparently so. I mean, we're meant to have Echo Esserman with us, but the engine has maybe stalled and is stuck in traffic.
I knew a pun would come in there somewhere. Nicely done. And here comes Guruli, just nice and casual, nice and relaxed, as he just bobs and weaves in the centre of that ring. Garcia just trying to establish that jab early on, and a left that went straight over the top of the head of the Mexican, and both of them just trying to work each other out. But Guruli has clearly got a lot of experience when it comes to being in that boxing ring, Dev, especially the fact that he was an Olympic bronze medalist. Kind of sums that stuff up, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, and one of 2 Olympic bronze medalists in action tonight. I mean, this is meant to be a prospect show. There's 4 Olympians on the show, Darren. It's not bad at all. Can you name the 4 Olympians?
I can name it. And we've also got 2 Commonwealth gold medalists as well.
We have indeed. Lewis Williams in action later on tonight, won it at heavyweight. And of course, Reese Lynch as well. But Guruli, there's a meanness about him. I was actually in a cab with him yesterday on the way to the weigh-in. There's just a serious nature about him. He's about his business.
He is. He's certainly a stoic character. And that was a good jab that snapped the head back of Garcia. And he'll try and capitalise on those moments more and more as the time goes by. Wildy, Paris 2024 Olympian. And as Dev said, 4 of those on this card. Serge Abomo, the Cameroonian. Charlie Senior, who was born in Bradford but represented Australia.
He did indeed.
Go on, what was the 4th one?
Well, there is another one as well, of course. Luke McCormack.
There it is.
GB Olympian 2020. Big step up for him later on tonight as well, by the way.
He's been gunning for those kind of fights, though, isn't he, McCormack? He really wants those tests. And that was a nice jab again then from Guruli. That jab works beautifully for him. He times it very nicely, and everything comes off of it every single time as he just circles around in the centre of that ring, claims that space, and there it is again to the body as he's constantly thinking about what to set up next. Strong round so far for the man from Georgia, but Garcia isn't letting him have it all his own way. He's making the cogs go around and making him think.
Trying to figure out who's got more tattoos. Both very tatted up, these gentlemen.
A lot of the Mexican fighters have got some serious artwork, but yeah, Guruli has as well. As he just finishes his round nice and strong. It's been a good aggressive start, but by no means has he kind of lost his cool in any way, has he? He's been very relaxed and just moved around and done all the right things at the right time. But let's talk a little bit more about what's coming up later on the card then. So there's some themes here. So there's not two sets of twins, but there's twins also fighting on this card as well. Ben Fale, saw him in the Fight Hotel last night. He's another one who's been itching for those bigger, kind of tougher, broader fights. And he's got one tonight. No,
very much so. Look, we've got 6 fights before that, but of course Ben Fale, as you mentioned there, I've been saying all week, twins that need wins, and they're both step-ups. Ben Fale stepping up, he's 10-0, but he's jumping in there against Mason Cartwright, who's competed for the British title twice. For me, that's actually a leap up in levels. It's also a leap up in levels for Luke McCormack there against Kane Gardner.
Yeah, well, good for him, and all of those are set to be good, solid fights and proper, genuine, decent scraps on the card. And here we go then, round 2 in this one between Lasha Guruli and Benito Garcia. Guruli straight out of that blue corner on the front foot with that aggressive start and kicking this off in the same way that he opened the fight when the opening bell sounded. And there's a left hook from Garcia.
I was impressed with Guruli. We last saw him at Wembley Stadium, of course, on the Usyk Dubois 2 undercard. He dealt with James Francis that night. Francis was brave in there, but it got quite grueling for him towards the end. Punt number 2 there,
Punt
Darren.
number 2. Yeah. I'm counting them, don't you worry, Dev. And here's that jab again. Can Dev do as many puns as Guruli lands jabs to the face of the Mexican? I'm not too sure. But there he is in the centre of the ring, yet again, just owning that space. And he kind of just pivots round on that lead foot, and that was nice. He just stepped off of his left foot and then just chucked that right hand over the top there, and he caught Garcia beautifully.
That was a lovely counter.
Garcia constantly trying to work her way in, but he's now conscious because he does get caught with that jab almost every time he tries to make an entrance, and that will be playing on his mind over and over again. Both went for the left hook at exactly the same time. And Echo Esserman has joined us. The engine has arrived.
Yes.
Hello, hello, hello.
Good evening to you, sir. You okay?
Yeah, I'm great, thank you.
Good. Welcome to ringside in Derby. Round 2 here between Lasha Guruli from Georgia and Benito Garcia from Mexico. Been a fairly steady start to the fight. But Guruli doing well and Garcia making his man work.
How's the traffic, Echo?
Oh, not great. Not great to say the least.
Nice right hand there from Guruli. Straight through the centre. And Garcia felt that one a little bit. And he's trying to kind of get in on the inside and grab hold of Guruli, but not having much luck because that long left hand of his is doing a good job of keeping him away so far. Nicely done. Slightly different, Dev, for Guruli to go from Wembley Stadium to a relatively quiet at the moment Derby. But he's no stranger to the bright lights, is he?
No, not at all. Look, I like this arena, by the way. Some have been calling it the York Hall of the North, the Valent Live. It doesn't quite look like York Hall to me.
No,
but,
me neither. I mean, we're not going to badmouth York Hall for a minute.
Nor should we. But yeah, it's a nice... Ooh.
Beautiful left hook to end the round there, and a couple of them got through. And he certainly felt that one. So, Echo, what's happening with you? Are we going to fight you soon?
What's happening with me? You guys will see me soon enough. Possibly April, possibly May. Possibly July.
Okay, so it's not June. We can confirm Echo Westman is not out in June. You tease, you tease.
So there's obviously something lined up you can't tell us yet, but fight news is incoming, yeah?
Yeah, the fight news is incoming. I think contract should be signed, or it's signed on my side anyway, or getting signed, and we'll have an announcement very soon.
Good, we look forward to it. He's never in a bad fight, is he, Dev?
Echo the engine estimate. I mean, the reason that you are here, really, obviously it's great to see you, but the main event, Owen Cooper against Constantin Ursu, you had a fight of the year contender with Owen Cooper, a fight that I've watched over and over again, and yeah, you're most certainly never in a dull fight.
Yeah, what a fight that was. But back to this one as we go into round 3. This one's scheduled for 6 in the super lightweight division. Nice sneaky little left uppercut there from Guruli. Just snuck that up the guard, and he's going for that left hook to the body again because he hurt Garcia at the end of the second round with that.
He's landing it whenever he wants.
He is. He's like a, not quite a cat of a ball, but the kind of accuracy is on point, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. He's throwing that left hook like a jab.
I don't think Guruli's missed with a shot in the last 8 or 9, which he's thrown, to be honest. Ooh, big right hand over the top there. Echo, from a fighter's point of view, Garcia's really struggling to get in and find any kind of distance where he can get his own shots off. From what you're seeing, is there anything you see that he needs to start doing? Because he's failing at the moment.
Well, what I'm about to say will sound simple, but it's not. He needs to take his jab away from him. He needs to make him feel that every time he throws his jab, he's going to get countered or he's going to be made to pay for it. And that will, in essence, get him closer to him so he can get some shots off. It's easier said than done, and you have to know what you're doing to do it.
Well said, that man. Let's see if Garcia can start taking that jab away from the man from Georgia. Definitely got a little bit closer there, but too close to get that right hand off. Good patient work there from Guruli. Doubled that jab up and then a snappy right hand followed. I've got to say, guys, Garcia is looking very, very wary now, don't you think?
I think he's felt it, hasn't he, Echo? He's felt the power. We saw at the end of the last round, he was sort of waiting for the bell to go there to get a bit of a break. And there's been no let-up.
Yeah, he has definitely gone a bit negative. He should definitely up his punch count.
It comes back to that line which you said earlier, isn't it? It's kind of easier said than done sometimes. He just slips then as he tries to make his way out of that corner, and that is not the sort of place which he wants to find himself in, especially with an angle puncher like Guruli. Guruli looking to finish this round strong. Swings and misses there. But so far, so good. Impressive what you see, Echo?
Yeah, I am. Guruli's really accurate in his work, and he's picking his punches very well. Garcia definitely needs to take some of that lead hand lead away from him and come back with his own work.
I mean, the accuracy, it's really good, isn't it? Genuinely, like, he's landing 9 out of 10 punches which he throws. What do you think it is which makes him so accurate? Because his feet look good.
I think he's patient enough to pick the actual shots he wants to throw, knowing that he'll land them and set up more shots from that. I think, if anything, he could be a little bit more patient to really set up some haymakers, so to say.
Dev, you've watched thousands and thousands of fights. When you've got a fighter with a pedigree like Guruli's, you can kind of tell that amateur experience is there from the moment you see him, can't you?
Yeah, I mean, from the first bell, you could tell the levels between them. These are just the experience building fights for Lasha Guruli. I'm sure he's going to go very far in his career. Olympic bronze medalists tend to. And he's settled in quite well.
Garcia coming out and he's increased that upper body movement. Probably some instruction from the corner that he needs to stop being such a still target, I guess, because they've noticed the accuracy, but already there's 2 jabs which have snapped the head back of the Mexican. And he's fighting a bit of a losing battle here.
He hasn't quite broken the spirit yet, though. There is still some spirit in him. Like you see him every now and again, he will just chuck back.
Snappy left hook he throws, Guruli. Oh, nice right uppercut there. Garcia did just enough to make him miss him, so it didn't hurt too much as he tries to get in on the inside. But Guruli quite likes fighting at a mid-range distance where he can pop that jab out and make an entrance when he wants to and chuck those body shots in.
Can actually see the Don of Derby, Sam Jones, has taken his seat at ringside. Next to Lee Eaton there.
The Don of Derby, what a name, eh?
I'm sure he'll take that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably got it as a tattoo. Good work there from Guruli. Nice aggressive shots as he has his man on the ropes again. Can he keep him there for long enough? And what Echo was talking about, that patience, is with the accuracy. He doesn't throw for no reason. He throws when he thinks he can be successful with it. But that was a good right hand which got through from Garcia as well. There is still that fighting spirit there.
He's Mexican, Darren.
Of course. Whoa, solid right hand there from Guruli. And he's just starting to up the tempo and aggression. And it looks like the punch power every moment that this fight goes. I don't know how Guruli just got that uppercut off from that distance. It was quite impressive, actually. Good body shot, straight under the right elbow. Follows it up with the left hook. And I've got the sense that Guruli's just starting to smell a bit of blood here, but he does get caught there. There's a left hook to the body once again as we go into the last few seconds of this round. But so far it's been all Guruli, hasn't it? Echo.
Definitely. You have some essence of Lomachenko there and a few other punches like Kawasaki where he's constantly tapping him with his glove, making him feel like he's just constantly under pressure, and that will slowly seep into a fighter's psyche, and it'll make him feel like everything's going negative, and he'll be negative, which Garcia has been.
I'll tell you what I've noticed is he does a lot of sneaky shots.
Yeah.
Like there was a moment ago where Garcia was practically like laying on his chest and he's still got an uppercut in out of absolutely nowhere. And he finds those angles, doesn't he? How does he find those angles? Because not everyone can do that, can they?
It's good experience. It's knowing if an opponent is leaning on you, instead of throwing an arcing uppercut, you rest your forearm on his abs, push up, and you know it's going to hit the chin.
Look at this expert fight analysis from the engine. And fair play to Garcia. He's taken a fair few shots this evening and some big, horrible body shots as well. And as Dev pointed out, he's Mexican. So he's just going to keep coming, isn't he?
Yeah, and they're still trying to rile him up in the corner as well in between rounds. They're giving him clear instructions as to how he can do better in this fight. And he's still in this fight in terms of he hasn't gone away, has he?
No, he's still there. It's not like he's kind of just hovering around the outskirts of the ring, trying to escape all the time. There's probably 50% of the time where he does go on the front foot. There's that short little left hook from Guruli. He's thrown that multiple times in this fight. Caught his man with it many times. Nice work from the pair of them there. Garcia, gets caught with a big right hand. He felt that one. That left hook is so sneaky and so accurate.
There's a few more distress signals now you can see from Garcia.
And he gets through with a left hook there, and the Mexican corner were happy with that. I don't think there's any way they're going to be pulling their man out. Oh, there it is again. And there's that right uppercut from nowhere. As Guruli looks like he's just going through the motions. He could do 10, 11, 12 rounds of this. And I think if he maybe had longer, he may well get his man out of it. He's got 4 minutes to do it. What you picked up on earlier on, Echo, around the kind of... He does a lot of... Josh Taylor used to do this a lot, where you touch and then he would kind of sink in a shot. He does a lot of that, doesn't he, Guruli? Yeah,
it's a great way to set up shots and take your opponent's concentration away from them without them realising it.
Yeah, like little pitter-patter shots then. And before you know it, there's a big, horrible right hand coming through. Good feint there from Guruli. Looked like he was going for a left hook to the body, then went over the top with that right hand. And this round has flown by. Well, still all of this to come. Any in particular, Dev, which you're really looking forward to?
Of course, I'm looking forward to absolutely all of it. I mean, I think we've got a cracking show in terms of, like, Reese Lynch is going to be up next. Reese Lynch, now, when we talk about him, he's southpaw, he's Scottish, he's 10 stone, he's a Commonwealth Games gold medalist. It kind of sounds like Josh Taylor, right?
Yeah, it does. It's a good point. And he's lightning fast as well. And in his debut, he dropped his opponent with the most textbook left hook to the body I've seen. It was one of those, you know, when you see it, and then there's that little delay. And then his opponent went down, and you could just see he was in utter agony. He's one of those. Have you seen him, Echo?
No, I haven't seen him, so I'm looking forward to watching it. And I'll just add into that, when you take a good left hook liver blow anyway, once it sets in, it separates boys from men.
Painful stuff, but loads more coming on the prelims. And then the main broadcast is 4 proper crackers with a British title on the line at the top of the bill. But here we are in the 6th and final round of this one in the super lightweight division. And each round has been fairly similar. Garcia, to be fair to him, hasn't really backed away at any point. Every time he's got hit with something, he's come back. Even when we've seen that the stress signals were there and the body language might have changed for a few moments, he kind of takes a deep breath and then he goes again. And this is where Dev reminds me, Darren, yes, he's Mexican.
Oh.
But that certainly wasn't a knockdown. That was a push, and I think the referee will probably have a quick chat with him about that.
Love the international feel to the show, by the way. We're kicking it off with a Georgian Olympian. We've got an Australian Olympian coming up later on as well. Scotland's Commonwealth Games gold medalist. And plenty of Englishmen.
We're global.
We are global indeed.
But I think we're starting to see more and more of that, and I love it. You know, I cover a lot of the amateur side of the sport as well. So you get to see all the kind of international fighters. You know, John Joe Carrigan will be with us in a bit. And I remember covering his World Championship and watching all the kind of fighters from the other countries there. And some of them on the card.
Yeah, he's a special talent, John Joe Carrigan. Definitely one for the future. Star boy, they call him.
Big, big talent. But back to this one as we go into the last minute and 20 seconds of this 6-round fight. Guruli just constantly hassling his man and making it a difficult night at the office. And of course, Garcia will do everything to stay on his feet. And he's done a good job of doing so far. Guruli hasn't been reckless at any point, as Echo had pointed out. He has been patient, he's been accurate, he's shown his experience, And he's not got carried away either. And I'll tell you what, I absolutely love that sneaky right uppercut he throws. That's one of my favourites. Got to admire the enthusiasm from the Mexican corner, haven't you?
Absolutely. They probably still think they can win this fight. 27 seconds to go.
One punch changes it all, and Guruli's been going to the last 15 seconds or so, just trying to land some big heavy shots there. But Garcia, rightly so, will try and grab hold of him and see this out until the final bell. And he's doing exactly that. And rather sneakily grabbing hold of the arm on the blind side of the referee, Garcia knows his way around a boxing ring. So that was a comfortable 6-0 win, or 6-round win, Dev, for Guruli.
Yeah, I mean, look, he just had it all his own way, really. He never broke the spirit of Garcia, is what I'd say. So I'd say he certainly learnt from those 6 rounds. People aren't just going to fall over when you hit them, kind of thing. So I think that's 6 very important rounds in the bank. I'm sure you agree with that, Echo.
Oh, definitely. When you have a fight like that, it kind of teaches you the momentum you was going at. Even though your punches were accurate, sometimes you have to set about it slightly differently to actually get your opponent out of there.
Well, the referee will get the 2 fighters together. Thomas Triber has the official score. So Guruli.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, our referee in charge, Chris Dean, scores the contest 60-54 for your winner. And still undefeated, Lasha Guruli.
Let's go. Time to grind. Get inside your mind. Yeah, we working overtime. That's the only way to climb.
Great work there from Lasha Guruli. Pretty much had it most, well, he had most of it his own way. Boxed beautifully, showed his experience, did lots well, and he's a fighter that I think we can look forward to seeing as these fights go by. But as Echo said, it's about rounds. It's about building.
Continue. And now welcome to the ring from England, Dan the Monk Boo.
Well, here we go then. We have a conveyor belt of fights tonight because we're already on to fight number 2. And this man is 39-year-old Dan Booth from Manchester. Very much an away corner fighter and an extremely tough one as well.
And now let's welcome to the ring from Scotland, Reese Lynch.
Well, some good noise in here for Reese Lynch, Commonwealth gold medalist, unbelievably talented amateur. Interesting to see how things go for him in the pro game. So far, so good. 2 fights, 2 wins. And as we were speaking about him earlier on, his first fight ended with a brutal liver shot, which he threw so wonderfully. And an absolutely lovely lad as well. But he's got a tough man in the opposite corner. So we'll see how he gets on when that opening bell sounds in just a few moments.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 6 rounds in the welterweight division. Brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry, along with their great sponsors, Riyadh Season, 32 Red, Unibet, Global Next Trade, and That Prize Guy. When the bell rings, Our referee in charge and scoring the contest will be Ryan Churchill. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He comes to the ring wearing blue with white and weighed in officially at 155.7 pounds. Coming to us from Manchester, England, he has 25 professional bouts to his credit. Let's welcome Dan the Monk Booth. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He comes to the ring wearing gray with purple and weighed in officially at 146.7 pounds. Hailing from Fauldhouse, Scotland, he had a stellar amateur career, becoming a Commonwealth Games gold medalist, and now as a professional. Undefeated with 2 wins. One of his 2 wins comes by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Reese Rico Lynch.
Okay guys, you both know the rules, so keep it clean. When I say break, you stop boxing, take a step back immediately, protect yourselves at all times, touch gloves.
Well, fight number 3 for Scotland's Reese Lynch. Dan Booth boxing out of the red corner in those blue shorts, and Scotland's Reese Lynch in those grey shorts with the purple belt line. And Lynch straight out on the front foot in that southpaw stance of his and going for that body, which we know he can throw very, very well. But Dan Booth is a seriously tough man. He will take shots like you wouldn't believe, and he keeps coming, and he keeps coming all night. Can Lynch get him out of there? He's establishing that jab well so far, Echo.
Yeah, he definitely is. He has long levers in his arms, and that's good when you're trying to set up body shots, because it's harder to tell whether you're throwing an uppercut or a body shot. And as you mentioned as well, with his opponent being a really tough opponent, one of his goal, obviously, to win. One of his extra goals or extra merit would be to actually get him out of there before the timer ticks to the end.
As you fighters say, you don't get paid for overtime, do you? So you can get the job done sooner. But that was a nice uppercut there from Reese Lynch as he just stepped back and just threw it with his left hand, and it lifted up the chin of Dan Booth, who calls himself the Monk. He's big into his spiritual practices, loves the game, and he's big on his personal well-being as well. And boxing is a big, big part of his life. Nice work there from Lynch. He's got a solid man in front of him. And Booth just trying to get in, so those long levers, as Echo said it, can't get to work and snap his head back any further. He's got a good tight guard, Booth, hasn't he, Echo?
Oh, definitely. And it's worth noting that Lynch isn't actually fighting for that outside lead foot advantage, so he's very confident in his ability to get out of the way and counter what an orthodox fighter is trying to send his way.
And Lynch doing a good job of just keeping his lead foot on the outside of Booth's foot, isn't he? And Booth looked like he was not a little bit of trouble, but looked a little bit overwhelmed for a moment there. Lynch constantly establishing that jab and then goes downstairs. He loves throwing that uppercut to the body. Legendary trainer James Harrington in the corner of Dan Booth. This is good work to end the round there. He's got an aggressive style, hasn't he?
Yeah, he definitely has an aggressive style. You could see him setting upon Booth at the end of that first round.
When you're a young fighter like him, do you think it's maybe it could be easy to get a bit carried away and maybe make a few mistakes? Like, how important is it to have that level head and just stay focused to the game plan?
Oh, definitely. I think depending on the arena and the card that you're on, you really want to make a statement. And obviously, like I mentioned before, with a really tough opponent in front of you, to make a statement, you want to stop him. So he's probably got that in his head, and he's going about it the right way. He doesn't seem careless, so to speak, in what he's throwing and what he's doing so far. He just needs to mature into the match, pick his punches, and he could very well get him out of there.
Let's see how this round goes for the pair of them. Reese Lynch, trained by his brother Peter, or as they call him, Ped. He says very happy in that gym. Great camaraderie between him and his brother and all the fighters, and they always say that a happy fighter is a dangerous fighter. And Reese Lynch ain't mucking about tonight. He's really coming out aggressive, but it looks like he's...
There's a clash of heads there.
There's a clash of heads, and it looks like there might be a bit of a cut under the right eye of Lynch. I don't know if that's blood from Booth or if that is a genuine cut on his face. Not that he's getting in his way at all. He's still on that front foot in that southpaw stance and going for it. Oh, lovely straight left hand there from Lynch. Kind of just step back and let it go as Booth kind of fell into it. It does look like there's a cut, doesn't it, on Lynch, and it must have been from that clash of heads which you saw. And the body language has certainly changed in this round from Booth.
He's going to be targeting that little cut above his right cheek just to put him off.
Still coming forward though, Booth, for that jab. The corner shouting for him to jab and roll, get himself out of there, find some space and then go again. No, it's quite a nasty cut on the cheekbone, isn't it, of Lynch as well? Just seen that a little bit closer up at ringside.
Well, us boxers have the scars from the wars that we've been in as opposed to tattoos.
That's it. Booth covering up well there, but the shot's just slamming into his guard over and over again, and there's still a little while to go in this fight. Every punch which Lynch throws, you can hear the enthusiasm and the effort which he puts into it. And every shot is aggressive. And I love the way that he kind of taps upstairs with that jab, takes the tiniest little step back and then fires through a straight left hand. And Booth has felt that quite a few times in the first couple of rounds.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to the Ben Davidson camp. The ethos of distract and deliver. Distract him with them little taps and then deliver that shot that you actually want to land.
And it works well if you can pull it off. There it is again, over and over again, that left hand to the body. And then that was nice from Booth there. He's not a man who's got his spirits broken, is he?
Oh, definitely not. I think he took that body shot and he wanted to give something right back.
Fair play to him. I tell you what, tough as they come. I absolutely admire those away corner fighters, those journeymen. Week in, week out, it's some gig, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot as a fighter to get in the ring, first of all. But even if you're in the away corner, to get in the ring with a upcoming prospect or someone that's really known for, I don't know, their speed, their power, their ferocity, to get in there and give it to them back, it takes a very brave, a very hard, gritty individual.
Gritty is definitely the word, especially when you've got a Commonwealth gold medalist like Reese Lynch flying at you. He also represented Team GB for around 2.5 years. Trained alongside the likes of Pat Brown and Lewis Richardson and many others. And he's done sparring with a lot of the top level pros around his weight and doing well. But this is a good test for him tonight. I mean, he's winning every round so far, but he's certainly not having it all his own way. And he's been caught with a couple of shots, but he kicks this round off in exactly the same way that he kicked the two previous, on the front foot in that southpaw stance, slamming in those body shots one after another. Lovely lead hook there, right on the temple. That can make your legs wobble a bit, can't it?
Definitely.
Well, a nice body shot there from Lynch, but Booth came straight back with a big heavy hook of his own.
Keep rolling, looking back shot down. Keep it nice and tight, keep your shape. When you unload, you roll and go.
This is good work here from Lynch. Really spiteful shots, fast shots, punches in bunches. And that blood might be starting to get a little bit distracted now. I noticed that he looked it on his glove a minute ago. So he's occupying him a little bit.
Yeah, he's occupying him. He looks very wary for those body shots at the moment.
Stay close, stay close. Break! Keep your shape.
The corner of Booth just shouting for him to keep his shape, keep those arms in tight, keep that chin down. Because we know Lynch can punch, and he certainly felt it. And a few of those body shots which he got through have been really unforgiving. Booth just smiled at Lynch as he caught him with that left hand there. Good jab there from Booth. And if there are any kids watching, Lynch's jab is textbook, isn't it?
It's a great jab. It's a good jab. He's good at setting up his distance and landing that lead shot.
The last 15 seconds in this round, Booth still having a go, still lunging forward, but the second that he does, Lynch starts to let his hands go again, and these are good shots here from Reese Lynch as he really digs his toes into the canvas and lets his hands go. And Booth did the right thing there by grabbing hold of his man, and I guess that's where his experience comes in, isn't it, Echo?
Oh, definitely. But Reese definitely set about the end of that round the right way, landing some good body shots. So when Booth sits down on the stool and he tries to gasp for air to get that breath back, it's not gonna quite work. What would be exceptional is if Reese comes out in the next round and in the first few seconds throws a body shot just to make sure when Booth thinks he's just about got his breath back, it goes again.
I think you might be onto something there. I think that's exactly what we'll see from Reese Lynch, who's loving this game so far. Spoken to him quite a few times over the last 12 months or so. And he is living and breathing professional boxing and genuinely dedicated to his craft. And we look forward to seeing how his career unfolds. But at the moment, he's got a live opponent in front of him who is coming back with some good, strong, solid shots and keeping him on his toes at all times. And he's been hit with everything in the kitchen sink and so far hasn't gone anywhere. Timing impeccable there with that straight left hand. Did he throw a body shot straight away?
No. I thought he might have done, but he hasn't quite.
Solid there. Keep your head moving. When he attacks, you look for your shot. Keep your head moving.
I noticed that when Lynch gets caught or when Booth goes in with one of his attacks, it seems to make Lynch a little bit more livelier. Have you noticed that? Is that just a bit of a fighter's thing anyway?
Yeah, kind of fighter's pride. You take a shot, you want to give one back. Harder.
Yeah, you want to show him who's boss, don't you? And that you're controlling the fight and the tempo and everything else which goes along with it. As Lynch just goes around the ring, anti-clockwise, just popping that jab out over and over again. Booth comes back with a couple of his own, but they miss. So a much slower tempo to this round so far from Lynch. That was a nice body shot under the right elbow.
He is a bit slower, but they are. I think Reese is probably settling into the pace a bit more. He'll probably do well to start picking his punches a bit better now. Not that he's not been landing them, but just like them.
And that body shot got through, and Booth certainly felt that. And you can see he's lunging forward to try and grab hold of Reese Lynch because he really felt him, and there he is again. And Lynch just trying to push him off, and the referee will break them up almost immediately. And you'd expect Lynch to just jump on him straight away because he certainly felt that body shot and it took his breath away. But he's back to nice and casual and popping the jab out. I read that one wrong. Good work with that jab from Lynch over and over again. Just using it to gauge his distance and keep his man occupied as he looks for those bigger shots downstairs and that straight left hand which he throws so beautifully. And there it is again, that shot under that right elbow, and the Monk is feeling that one and that one as well as he just digs his toes into the canvas. And those shots have got to be taking it out of him. They've got to be, haven't they?
Yeah, even though it catches your elbow, sometimes you still feel it, especially if you've been caught by a good body shot before that.
Have you ever been dropped with a body shot? Has that ever happened to you?
No, I haven't.
No.
I haven't been dropped by a body shot.
The reason I ask is when I see fighters land a really good body shot and you get that delay, the agony on their face. It looks like it was worse than being caught on the chin.
Oh, I think it is. It hurts. It definitely hurts more than being caught on the chin, but it takes a very perceptive individual to just breathe their way through that feeling and keep going on. So credit to the Monk.
Yeah, and I tell you what, a body shot that we saw a little while ago, a few weeks ago, was Andrew Kane in Liverpool, and he got dropped by the Mexican twice and then come back to finish it in the second round. Andrew Kane, that was unbelievable. What a comeback that was. That was what boxing was all about, and he was in proper agony as well. But anyway, back to Reese Lynch and Dan Booth in the penultimate round of this 6th rounder in the welterweight division. Reese is normally fighting around 140 pounds. This one up a little bit heavier. Booth generally around the 150 pound mark. Good jab downstairs to the body from Lynch. Lynch really starting to just take his time now. Not rushing anything at all. Just following his man around. Those pitter-patter jabs, which Echo was speaking about a little bit earlier on. And then he digs them in, those straight left hands to the body. Oh, mean lead hook there. Both doing a good job of evading and riding many of the punches. He got through with a nice right hand there, did Booth.
That was a great shot.
Lynch kind of shrugged it off though and was straight back on the front foot in his southpaw stance, popping his jab out again. Good jab. Lightning 1-2, and that was a really good straight left down there from the Scotsman. And I think when he lands a shot, it really G's him up. You start to see some tempo increases. Booth comes back and catches his man again. I know that the term learning fight is used a lot, but sometimes probably overused. But I think this genuinely has been one of those fights where Reese Lynch will have learnt loads about himself. Just single shots at the moment from Reese Lynch, and just slams that shot into the body, and Booth certainly felt that one. And again, he is looking to find a way to grab hold of his man as Lynch lets his hands go, and there's only the last few seconds. And I swear, the last few rounds, it's been, as the 10-second clapper has gone, he's landed something. And then it kind of isn't enough for him to, well, to get the job done. But this is the main event card. We've got Luke McCormack in there against Kane Gardner. That's a good, tough fight, that is. Yeah. And McCormack's been shouting for those types of fights for a long time. And Kane Gardner is a type of fighter which is great for him at this point in his career. And he's super experienced as well. But apart from the main event, Echo, and you've got history of one of them, is there any fighters in particular that you can't wait to see?
Well, I've got history with Luke McCormack, being on Team GB with him from the 2012 to 2016 cycle. Luke's an animal in the ring. Carl Fail, I fought him in the ABAs as an amateur. He's a great boxer. And obviously Cooper, I fought.
And what a fight it was. All of that coming up later on the main broadcast, if you like, live on DAZN. And this is the 6th and final round in the 3rd fight of Reese Lynch's professional career. If you're just joining us, welcome along. You're joined by myself, Darren Reese, and Echo Esserman. Fight number 2 of the evening. Still 4 more to go on the prelims. And this fight has been a good, tough, experienced one for Lynch, who certainly won every single round. But he's really had to work for it. And he's taken a few shots, but respect to Dan Booth, because body shots, head shots from all angles have come flying in at him, and he's bitten down on his gum shield, and he's just marched forward.
Get the head moving. And punch off it. Good. Rotate into the head movement. Become strong, Dan. You know what to do.
Good footwork there from Lynch. In and out with those 1-2s, no straight punches. And Booth doesn't want to be sitting on those ropes for too long, does he?
No, not at all. Especially with a young fighter who's really going to go to work on him.
And the work rate from Lynch has been phenomenal.
Yeah, he's definitely well conditioned. Credit to his brother in the gym.
Yeah, over and over again. That was a crucifying shot to the body there, and that knocked the wind out of Dan Booth. But you could tell from the body language, can he survive this final minute of this fight? Reese Lynch will be doing everything possible to make sure that he doesn't. And there goes another body shot, and then follows one upstairs with that straight left hand, and Booth grabs hold of his man.
Get a tight hold then. I was waiting for him to do that.
And he must sense that the end is nigh. And of course, he will be gunning to hear that final bell. And I think he may well do. But there goes another slamming lead hook to the body from Lynch, who has been exceptional this evening. In the corner of Booth, really encouraging him to just keep going forward, see this fight out strongly, as he just kind of holds on and waits for the referee to split them up. And Dan Booth has done his job very, very well. And Reese Lynch did plenty well. Great shot selection, the speed's there. And I don't know how well it comes through on your TVs or however you're watching it, but some of the thuds in those shots, Echo.
Yeah.
He's got some heavy hands, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's sharp.
Well, we believe we know where this one is going. And it should be to 3-0 for the young Scotsman, Reese Lynch. Well, Thomas Schreiber has the card. The fighters will be joined in the centre of the ring. So, well, the monk's got his glasses on already.
I know.
That'd be me as well.
It gives people another look at boxers. You think we're just gritty, but put on our glasses, we could look like we just walked out of an office.
I love it. Right, over to Thomas Schreiber for the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, our referee in charge, Ryan Churchill, scores it 60-54 for your winner. And still undefeated, Reese Lynch.
Well, it went the way that we expected it to. This was the first time seeing Reese Lynch.
Yeah.
And you'd be looking forward to seeing him again, I guess.
Yeah, he's sharp. I like the way he boxes. He's sharp, he's aggressive, he's methodical, and I love the body shots.
I'm a big fan of a body shot. Absolutely love a body shot. And they're another one of those things where they look so easy, especially when you've got a good body puncher. But, you know, it's one thing doing it, one thing saying it, another thing doing it, isn't it?
Yeah, and landing body shots is easy enough, but landing them in the right spot to get your opponent to keel over is a different story.
But when they land, they really do land.
Let's first welcome to the ring a native of Cameroon, Serge Mbomo.
But incoming is Serge Mbomo, another former Olympian actually, and a man with plenty of fights under his belt.
Yeah, I remember actually boxing him at one point on the build-up to winning my English title. It was the 7th round of an 8-round fight, and I decked him on the camera.
Ring from England, Joe Cooper.
Well, here is another exceptionally talented young man who goes by the name of Joe Cooper. 5 fights, 5 wins, all on points so far, and he's barely dropped a round. He's been exceptional, and he's still just 19 years old. And if you chat to him, you'd think you'd be speaking to someone who's been around the game for 20, 30 years. So we look forward to seeing how he gets on this evening here in Derby.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 4 rounds in the middleweight division. Brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry, along with their great sponsors, Riyadh Season, 32 Red, Unibet, Global Next Trade, and That Prize Guy. When the bell rings, our referee in charge and scoring the contest will be Chris Dean. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he comes to the ring wearing blue and green and weighed in officially at 158.10 pounds. A native of Cameroon, he is now fighting out of Sheffield, England. A 2012 Olympian, he is now a veteran of 87 professional bouts. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Serge Mbomo. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, he comes to the ring wearing turquoise with pink and weighed in officially at 163.5 pounds. Hailing from Essex, England, he had a stellar amateur career, becoming a 4-time national champion, and now as a professional, undefeated with 5 victories. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Joe Cooper.
Okay, fellas, you both know the rules. I want to see a good, clean fight. Say break, you stop punching, take 1 pace back. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves.
Well, fight 88 for Serge and Bomo. Fight number 6 for young Joe Cooper. And welcome to ringside, John Joe Carrigan. How are you, my friend?
Yeah, good, Juve. How are you?
Yeah, we're all good. We've seen some good fights so far, and plenty more to come on the prelims. And then we've got an action-packed main card. But let's talk about this one, because this is what's unfolding right in front of us. And it is the 19-year-old Joe Cooper in there with the extremely experienced Serge Ambomo. I caught up with Ambomo earlier on in a fight hotel. Very cool character he is. Very casual, very relaxed. Another day at the office for him. And of course, he was a 2012 Olympian as well. So certainly knows his way around that boxing ring. But that was a good left hook there from Ambomo. Good shot selection there from Cooper. Just starting to let his hands go a little bit there. Good accuracy.
Serge seems to look unfazed and really calm and cool, just as you mentioned.
Yeah, he kind of is who he is in the ring, is, you know, the same that he is outside of it as well. Very natural guy. So much experience as well. Cooper, of course, trained by Joe Gallagher in that champs camp. So surrounded by quality fighters and a quality trainer. And you guys know better than most. Success breeds success, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. You've got to surround yourself with good people, and you to be good yourself.
Oh. Got caught there, did Cooper. Big horrible left hook.
Took up well though.
Sometimes, Echo, those kind of shots can wake a fighter up, can't they? And it kind of switches them on a bit more.
Oh, yeah, definitely. When your opponent hits you with a shot like that, it makes you think, oh, actually, I need to be wary of certain shapes that he pulls and puts out there.
Strong guy is Ambomo. So Cooper has got to be really wary of those shots which come over. And they're quite sneaky as well.
Yeah, especially with Serge being shorter than him. Cooper needs to be careful about how he treats Serge inside the pocket.
Very much a feeling out process so far. For you, John, what do you reckon about Joe Cooper in terms of what he needs to be doing to be successful in this fight with what you've seen so far?
Yeah, probably get up behind his jab a little bit more and maybe use the ring space a little bit more, you know what I mean? Like, he's getting a bit stuck in the mud, really, and maybe get back on the jab a little bit more.
Agree with that one, Echo?
Yeah, he could use his jab. The jab would take you around the world. It sets up your shots. It keeps your opponent at bay. It breaks their rhythm. It distracts them just so you can deliver the damage.
Yeah, one of the most used lines in boxing is a good jab will take you around the world. A right hand will take you around the block, but a jab will take you around the world.
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah, and also the jab sets things up, doesn't it? Like, behind the jab, put the three up through the middle and all that stuff.
Exactly. Boxing gyms up and down the country. The first thing, well, one of the first things you're taught when you walk in a gym is how to throw that jab, and it is the foundation to a solid fighter. But here we go then, round 2. This one scheduled for 4 in the middleweight division. 19-year-old Joe Cooper, straight to the centre of the ring, meets Ambomo there. Ambomo very good defensively, even though he's a bit shorter there, but he uses it to his advantage a bit, doesn't he?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely so. That's why I was saying Cooper needs to be careful, because that's when those looping shots coming from underneath, like a bolo or an overhand, might swing by.
And we've already seen that, haven't we? There's been a couple where and it looked like it caught Cooper by.
Yeah,
this is where.
Well now, isn't he?
Yeah, this is where Cooper should be establishing his jab, just like you mentioned.
Yeah.
Should be pinging his head back and setting up them shots, maybe even to the body.
Yeah, maybe swing the backhand to the body or look for a few openings.
There's that big overhand right, which Cooper needs to be wary of. And for me, the success seems to be when Cooper is kind of threes and fours. That's where he's getting through a bit more.
Yeah. Oh.
Response there from Cooper. He got caught again, didn't he, with that right hand? But
yeah, he was straight back at it though.
He was, and that's what you want to see, isn't it? It's not like he kind of went into his shell. He thought, I need to do something here, and he did it straight away. Solid right hand now. We heard that just above our ring side.
He's looking strong here, like.
Bomo's got the... He's making Cooper work for it this evening. Who so far is showing a very patient performance. Nice little angle change there. That lead uppercut in.
Yeah, Cooper's boxing well here, isn't he?
Joe Gallagher in the corner, encouraging Cooper to keep poking, and I assume he's talking about just getting that jab off all the time.
Good counter that.
Yeah.
Well, so far for me, it looks like he's settled into this a bit now, and it looks like he's starting to find his rhythm, and that big kind of bolo shot isn't landing as much, is it, from Ambomo?
Starting to switch on a bit more, and he's learned it's coming, so he's come back with shots now, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. I think Ambomo's maybe landed that bolo maybe 3 times this round, but 2 of the times he's landed, Cooper's like fired back straight away.
John Joe, you're a pro now, but the last fight I did of yours was your last amateur fight in Colorado at the Under-19 World Championships, and you won the gold medal. How are you finding the pro game?
Yeah, I'm loving it, to be fair. I'm training more now, obviously full time now, so yeah, loving it, sparring all different pros and just running my trade, really, you know what I mean? Just not taking things too fast, just going as I should, really.
I like that response. Learning the trade. This is the apprenticeship stage, isn't it? Just as it is for young Joe Cooper here in his 6th professional fight in Derby in a magnificent arena. And I'm sure this place will be electric later on by the time that Cooper and Ursu business in that 12-round contest. Commonwealth titles.
Cauldron in here with that kind of like similar to your call in there.
That's what we said. It's a posh York call.
Yeah.
I mean, we are giving York call a little bit, too much there, but it is nice. Good venue for boxing. We like good venues for boxing. And so do the fighters. A good stage for Cooper to show his skills, but he gets caught with a big right hand there.
Comes straight back with a left hook.
It's that maturity, isn't it? It's the positive response when he does get caught, which just shows you that he's of a certain pedigree and he can operate at a good level. Whipping left hook there from Cooper.
Starting to swing in now, isn't he? Good body shot. Oh.
And Bomo got through again with that left hook. It's been a bit kind of you land one, I land one, hasn't it? That's I know he did get caught with one, but they're few and far between at their landing in comparison to the opening couple of rounds.
Yeah, just got to make sure he knows that swing's coming back all the time, and he's got to keep switched on.
And what Cooper did there for me was he kind of read that big right hand was coming swinging over, and he did something about it before, and Bomo even got a chance to throw it. He kind of threw his shot and then got himself out of there, which was good. He nullified that attack before it even happened. He did sneak through again. His hands actually lands on the problem, isn't it?
It could be dangerous.
That's why Surge is a good test for anyone, because you sleep on Surge and he'll send you to sleep.
Good line, we like that. Surge comes straight back of a left hook. There's no way the man from Cameroon is going to be pushed about. This is turning into a good scrap, isn't it? This is what we're here for. I love it. That's what people pay their money for, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it definitely is. Tests your will.
When you know when you're in like a really good scrap, like with you and Owen Cooper, can you kind of sense that people are loving it, or are you just so focused on the fight?
Well, chefs get to work with hot grease, so when it gets tasty
He's got some lines as Echo Esserman.
When it gets tasty in there, you go to work.
Because side as a commentator or a spectator, like the hairs in the back of your neck stand up. Never mind actually being in there and being a part of it. If you could bottle that up and sell it, you'd be a multi-millionaire, wouldn't you?
I focus on that after my career. I
like your style.
I'm dead set, so I block out the noise and I just get to work.
Fourth and final round. The 6th professional fight of Joe Cooper and the 88th professional fight of Serge and Bomo. And there's been moments where this has really lit up, and the end of the last round was definitely a bit of that. Looks like Cooper's just trying to invite him in a bit there.
Yeah, looking for the openings, isn't he? Like that.
No, nice
Good
left
shot.
hook there. That kind of catch and counter worked beautifully. And I'd imagine that's exactly what Joe Gallagher told him to do in the last break. Cooper turned over as a pro, as a very young man. He was a good amateur, only ever lost one amateur bout. He's barely lost a round as a pro so far. And Bomo on that front foot, just popping his own jab out there, keeping the cogs in the brain of Cooper continuously moving, keeping him thinking.
Nice to see a few body shots swinging in that.
When these two stand in the centre of the ring, they just love throwing bombs at each other, don't they? Just like trading off a bit. I don't think Joe Gallagher will be too happy with that stuff, but...
Good shot there, but good return.
I think this is the hardest I've seen Joe Cooper have to think in a boxing ring. He's really had to be on his toes and work out this fight round by round, moment by moment. But he's also had to be thinking about those big shots which have been coming back at him. in previous fights. He hasn't had it, you know, he hasn't, not saying he had it easy, but he certainly had it easier.
Yeah, it's a great learning fight for him.
And here they are again, leaning in on each other, just really having a go, and Serge is having a go as well.
A good crowd pleaser, really, isn't it, to finish the fight off?
This is exactly what people want to see. You don't often get it in a 4-rounder.
He might get told off by Joe Gallagher afterwards for trading.
Now Bomo really going for it here, but Cooper just needs to keep his hands nice and tight. And that was a good tasty end to that 4-round spectacle, and Joe Gallagher gets into the ring with a big smile on his face. But I'm sure he will have a friendly word of him afterwards. But there was plenty there that he did well, right?
Oh, no, he boxed wicked. Can't really moan about that. Obviously letting his hands go, he's going to want to let his hands go. He's a fighter. Someone's in front of you opening their hands and they're open, you're going to go for it.
Yeah, especially with the crowd in here. It's electric right now, isn't it? And it's only the start of the night.
Exactly, what a buzz, what a moment. And still just a teenager, really, 19 years old. Such a long career ahead, potentially, depending how things go and how much he wants to do. But Thomas Schreiber has the scorecard, so we'll head over to him now, and we shall hear what it reads.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of boxing, our referee in charge, Chris Dean, scores the contest 40-36 for your winner, and still undefeated, Joe Cooper.
Well done to Joe Cooper. Of course, that went the way that we were expecting it to. It was a good win against a solid, cool and calm opponent with bags of experience. He's been in there with every type of fighter you can probably imagine, and I imagine regardless of how many fights Joe Cooper goes on to have, it'll be a fight which he remembers, as he just poses in the centre of the ring there with his team. Joe Gallagher at the centre of that gym. That makes a big difference, doesn't it, having a voice and the knowledge of someone like him.
Oh, definitely, that mentorship goes a long way.
Well, don't put...
Let's first welcome to the ring a native and now living in Newport, Wales, Garth Baby Pitbull News.
Well, here is Garth Newt, originally from South Africa, bases himself in Newport in Wales now. And the majority of his fights have been over here in the UK. And he just walks to the ring with one of the greatest songs of all time.
And now let's welcome to the ring from England, Ellis the Problem Panter.
Well, I tell you what, the noise has gone up a notch in here, and that is because this is a professional debut. From the moment that this young man walked into a boxing gym, he would have dreamed of a moment like this. And here he is, in front of his friends, family and loved ones, about to walk to a professional ring for the very first time. Ellis Panter, a 5 times national champion, a European gold medalist, and a former Team GB boxer. I bet he is buzzing beyond belief. And he's soaking it all in, and rightly so. Big deep breath, and here he comes. Atmosphere's changed, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Crowd picked up for a reason.
Ladies and and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 4 rounds in the super lightweight division. Brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry, along with their great sponsors, Riyadh Season, 32 Red, Unibet, Global Next Trade, and That Prize Guide. When the bell rings, our referee in charge and scoring the contest will be Ryan Churchill. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, he comes to the ring wearing black trunks and weighed in officially at 143.2 pounds. A native of Durban, South Africa, he is now fighting out of Newport, Wales, and has 18 professional bouts to his credit. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Garth Baby Pitbull News. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, he comes to the ring wearing white with black and weighed in officially at 143.9 pounds. Hailing from Burton, Latimer, Kettering, England, he had a stellar amateur career, becoming a 5-time national champion, and now, tonight, he makes his highly anticipated professional boxing debut. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Ellis the Problem Panter.
Okay guys, you both know the rules, so keep it clean. When I say break, you stop boxing, take a step back immediately, protect yourselves at all times, 4 rounds, touch gloves.
Well, there was a moment there where Ellis Panter looked around the arena and looked at Thomas Triber, who announced him, and realised that this is really happening. And here he comes in round 1 of his professional career, boxing in the orthodox stance with those white shorts against Garth Newt of South Africa in the black shorts. And I'm sure the nerves are jangling. And John Doe, he'll want to box well, of course, but he'll be thinking about that stoppage, won't he? Especially in front of all of these people.
Yeah, of course.
And especially with that volume.
When you walk out with a crowd like that, obviously, yeah, the stoppage is in your head, but shouldn't go and looking for it. It'll come if it'll come, and that's it. Just get behind his jab and maybe soak a few rounds in before he gets him out of there.
That's it. It's got to be about discipline, sticking to the game plan. And you can already see that pedigree's there. 5 times national champion in the amateurs, former Team GB boxer, trained by his uncle Wayne Sharp, who had been with him throughout his amateur career. And he said, now we're going to go on another journey in the pro ranks. And at the moment,
he looks good.
He looks good.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, you've got to love the noise. His people are really behind him here.
He's keeping calm though, he's keeping composed. Shot.
Good right hand there from Panter. Setting everything up with a jab. Really relaxed, and Newt just tries to lunge in there with a couple of hooks, and neither of them got anywhere near the man from Kettering. Good work again. He's using his feet to be defensive and then coming in at exactly the right time.
Yeah, he's keeping his feet alive and the sharp feet. He's keeping switched on.
Yeah, he's got a wider bladed stance, and that would mean that Newt needs to be careful of the shots that he throws, especially when he throws them through the torso, because he'll get that link of all the muscles from his legs all the way to his arms to whip those shots through.
Lovely right hand there from Panter, and he caught him well. And Newt just covering up there on the ropes as we go into the last 10 seconds or so of the opening round. Not necessarily looking for it. It's Panter taking his time. And I think if a moment comes in the fight and he can corner him or get him on the ropes for long enough, he could cause him damage, couldn't he?
Yeah, definitely. That was a great first round for a debut.
Just looking around the arena, you've got to love all the friends and family who have come here to see Ellis Panter up on their feet, the top of their voices from ringside. It isn't just him who's making his professional debut. They're with him, and many of those people would have been with him every single step of the way. So fair play to them. What do you think the instructions are in that corner, Echo? More of the same?
More of the same. Setting about his shots in an orderly fashion, work off the jab, and really, yeah, go to town on him.
Well, he certainly had some success in that first round. Garth Newt of South Africa is a slippery character. He's going to be tough to pin down, I think, but if he can, he could get what he's been dreaming of.
Yeah, as you said, everyone on a debut wants a stoppage, so he'll probably be looking for that too.
Good fast feet again from Panter. Cutting the ring off nicely as well, just kind of following him around, cutting the ring off, not letting those silly kind of big shots get anywhere near him. And then he'll go again on his own attack when he feels the time is right. Good right hand there from Panter, and he drops one into the body as well.
Taking him well though.
Big swing and a miss from Newt, and that is because the feet were fantastic of Panter.
He's looking well, he's switched on, isn't he?
He is well and truly switched on. He's got his man in the corner, but can he capitalise on it? And Newt will. Well, I thought he was going to try and grab hold of him then, if it turned into a bit of a wrestle. Good head movement there from the South African, makes Panter miss.
Yeah, he knows his way around the ring, the South African. He knows what he's doing.
And the crowd have raised the volume again. They are well and truly behind their man, and he is boxing brilliantly. So far, so good, as we go into the last minute of this second round. And that was a nice right hook to the body, and followed it up with a left hook upstairs. And Newt is feeling the heat here, not only from the crowd, but from the tempo as well.
Yeah, Ellis has got fast hands. He's using them well.
He is, and I'd say he's zapping the energy of Newt because he's making him miss. And you guys know better than I do that sometimes you can lose more energy when you miss a big shot than when you land it.
Oh yeah, especially so when you're being made to miss and pay for it. And Ellis is definitely doing that with his fast hands.
And it's the confidence in it. You start missing big shots, you start losing confidence in there, so.
We're going to the last few seconds of this round. And it is undoubtedly been another Panter round. And every shot which he throws, most people in the arena are behind him as he takes a big, deep breath through his nose and sits down on his stool and takes his instructions. But he takes this game very seriously. He's got himself kind of like high performance coach as well, and you know, like for a young person, that it's good to see that kind of stuff happening so early.
Oh, definitely, because normally other boxers go to that point when they reach those percentages, like your 1%ers or 10%ers later on in their career, where everyone's to a good stature and you want to be that 10%, 1%, 2% better than them in certain degrees.
Yeah, it's them 1% to make a fighter in it.
Definitely.
It is any sport. It's the people who focus on those tiny, tiny details, isn't it? Yeah. Which makes them winners.
It's not what happens just in the gym, it's what happens out the gym too, innit? You've got to keep switched on at all times.
Well, round 3 or 4 in the professional debut of Ellis Panter, who comes straight out on that front foot, feints and lands a jab, and he makes Newt miss again and just catches him with the left hook as he disappears. He's going to keep on piling in the pressure. And Newt is still trying to go in on the attacks, but Panter's feet are just too good for him. They're making him miss and making him pay, yeah, even before he's thrown the shot.
You can see in Panter's face, he's switched on and he's waiting for that opening.
Yeah, his footwork's just levels above him. He won't let him get near him, and he'll make him pay every time he tries.
It's that amateur pedigree in it, just footwork. That's where that comes from. Yeah.
Good defensive work there from the pair of them, actually. Nice, strong, stiff jab from Panter in the corner. And not necessarily negative, but just being very cautious in this round.
On the back foot here, and he's starting to put a few shots together and making him miss a bit more. And
he is, and that was a brutal right hook to the body, and he must have felt that one, the man from South Africa. But he does just keep on going, so you've got to tip your hat to him. The footwork impressive again as he makes Newt miss with that double jab which he tried to land downstairs. Newt on that back foot. Just being defensively quite clever.
Panter's starting to rip them body shots in and starting working head and body now, so
he's just starting to target that body. It's a good observation. And I guess he will want to try and slow him down with those body shots as well, but can he keep him in the corner for a bit of a longer period of time? And the answer is no, not this time. Newt is very good at getting himself out of a tricky situation. He is defensively good as well. As the crowd ramp up their volume once again, as they sense what could potentially be.
Panter's doing the good here though. Normally when you hear a crowd like that, you start getting silly shots go. He's keeping calm and keep on the game plan.
Exactly, he's not getting carried away in any way, shape or form. He's kept that composure and that discipline from the opening bell. It's been a mature performance every single second of the fight.
Yeah, he looks like he's been here before and he looks experienced.
Another good round, Echo. What do you predict in the fourth? Is he going to come out and do exactly the same thing again, or do you think he'll just kind of let his hands go?
I think he'll probably start to let his hands go a bit better, seeing as we pointed out, the success to the body in this last round. You know, slow down Newt, that just minute millisecond, and then he can really land some crazy shots on him afterwards.
But we'll see how he gets on in a moment, but this is what's coming up after the prelims, the main event card. One of the failed twins in action, one of the McCormack twins in action. Charlie Senior, the Olympic bronze medalist who represented Australia in Paris. He's back in action. What a talent he is. And then at the top of the card, Cooper versus Ursu for the vacant British and Commonwealth welterweight straps. That is set to be a good one.
Yeah, action-packed in it. Very good fights.
Very good. Very good card. Well, here we go. The fourth and final round. Ellis Panter hasn't put a foot wrong in the 3 previous rounds, and I doubt he'll put a foot wrong in this round. But full respect to the man from South Africa, who has been defensively very good. He's made Panter do plenty of thinking. He's been caught with a few shots, and he's bitten down in his gum shield and kept on going, so fair play to him. And that was a good right hand there from Panter, and he knew he caught him with that one. As he really starts to let his hands go here.
Starting going through the gears there, he's probably looking for that stoppage.
And if he can get it done in the fourth and final round, that really will be the cherry on top.
I think the crowd's come to watching it.
They are loving every single minute of this. And I bet this has been everything and better in terms of what he's dreamed of. As he just pushes forward and just measures his man up with that jab and follows up with the right hand. Luke boxing a cautious game right now as that sharp jab comes out from that left hand of Ellis Panter.
Yeah, he's just got nothing going back now, as he's always on that back foot now. He's just getting walked down.
Yeah, very
and there's
negative.
that right hooks to the body again. And he's really slamming in those shots to the body, as John Joe picked up on not that long ago. And there's that right hand on the far side of the ring. And knew he had to get out of that corner because he was being measured up.
Seems like Newt has run out of ideas. He's definitely been a bit negative at the moment, looking for ways out.
He's just trying to see out the round, and he's just trying to survive, really.
Yeah.
You're right, he is definitely trying to see out the round, and it does look like he's kind of run out of ideas, as you put it, Echo. And he's just staying on that back foot now, and he'll grab hold of him at every opportunity which he can.
He's got to waste time, hasn't he? He's got 35 seconds left, he's got to waste time.
But well done to Panter, has not got carried away at any point, even though it sounded phenomenal in here at one point when they were singing his name. So that maturity has really shined through. And what a professional debut it's been, as Newt just throws his last probably couple of shots of the rounds. And Panter was supersonic at times in there. And what a professional debut for the young man from Kettering, who will undoubtedly move to 1-0. A good performance.
Oh, yeah. Definitely, yeah. A mature, sharp performance. Sorry.
That's what you want in a debut, and you want no better debut than that.
Tell you what, one of the best atmospheres I've experienced for a debut in a very long time. And I'm sure that played a part in the psychology of Panter. And of course he would have been up for it, but he would have been up for it even more with all of those people screaming his name and showing him the love and support which he deserves. He's a top lad as well, and people speak about him very highly, so the skills go with it. And hopefully we look forward to a long career. Over to Thomas Treiber with the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of boxing, our referee in charge, Ryan Churchill, scores the contest 40-36 for your winner and successful in his professional boxing debut, Ellis the Problem Panter.
But that's how much it means to him and to the people around him. There were tears in that corner. There are tears at ringside. And I'm sure he's feeling a bit emotional himself. Remember your professional debut, Echo? I'm not going to ask you, John Joe. It was only the other week.
Yeah, I remember it. It was in Birmingham, actually. And it was, yeah, great experience. Just, you know, just to settle in, especially after my course on GB. That was, yeah, amazing.
I bet it was phenomenal.
I think one of the debuts, one of the things you never ever forget, is it?
Yeah, definitely, you never forget it.
Well, Ellis Panter can now go and enjoy his evening. Hopefully have a little bit of time off, but I'm sure it won't be long and he'll be straight back in that boxing ring.
Yeah, he'll be looking to get straight back out when even a performance like that, and the crowd like that, we can't wait to get back in it.
Well, over to Thomas Schreiber because we're ready for our next fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue now with the big boys of boxing, the heavyweight division. Let's first welcome to the ring, Ben the Butcher Vickers.
Well, as Thomas Schreiber said, the big boys of boxing, we're in the heavyweight division. And this man is Ben Vickers. He comes with a winning record and he's been around in the game a long time, especially on the K1 kickboxing side of things.
And now let's welcome to the ring, the undefeated Lewis Williams.
And here is Lewis Williams, 27 years old, a 6'7" heavyweight from Warwickshire in England, and a former 2022 Commonwealth gold medalist. He won that gold at the Games in Birmingham, and so far so good in the pro game. And tonight he looks to move to 4-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 6 rounds in the heavyweight division. Brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry, along with their great sponsors, Riyadh Season, 32 Red, Unibet, Global Next Trade, and That Prize Guy. When the bell rings, our referee in charge and scoring the contest will be Chris Dean. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he comes to the ring wearing black with red and weighed in officially at 244.7 pounds. Coming to us from Battersea, London, England, he brings a professional record consisting of 3 wins, 2 defeats, 1 draw. 1 of his 3 wins comes by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ben the Butcher Vickers. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, he comes to the ring wearing white with black and weighed in officially at 229.2 pounds. Hailing from Leamington Spa, England, he had an outstanding amateur career, becoming a Commonwealth Games gold medalist, and now is a professional, undefeated with 3 wins. 1 of his 3 wins comes by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Lewis Williams.
Okay, fellas, you both know the rules. I want to see a good, fair fight. When I say break, you break clean. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves.
Well, here we go. I said earlier on, we have a conveyor belt of fights tonight. It is one after another. And now we're in the heavyweight division. And boxing out of the red corner in the black and red shorts is Ben Vickers, 3-2 as a professional boxer. Had quite a long and established career in K1 kickboxing, done very well in that. And boxing out of that blue corner in the white shorts is Commonwealth gold medalist from 2022 and now heavyweight pro Lewis Williams. His pro debut went extremely well. Live on the main card and won by knockout.
It's nice to see Lewis go straight into establishing his jabs, throwing away that flicky left hook, but still landing those good stern jabs as well, just to keep his opponent at range and at bay.
Yeah, he started sharp here, only for a heavyweight.
I mean, he obviously is a heavyweight. He's not, you know, one of the biggest heavyweights, but he kind of uses that to his advantage with that speed because he's quick, isn't he? He's super sharp.
Yeah, he's definitely sharp.
Yeah, he's quite sharp on his feet too, to be honest.
The last couple of fights he's won on points, but had some really robust fighters in front of him. Tough people to get out of there, but he's boxed beautifully. Done everything right. Nice there from Lewis Williams. Just parries a jab and comes back with the 1-2. The sort of thing which you, I guess you call them kind of training ground shots. Nice right hand there from Williams, and he wobbled Ben Vickers there, and I think he sensed it as he just starts to lunge in with a big jab cross, but Vickers smiles at him to say, I ain't going anywhere yet, mate. And Williams back to being the disciplined performer, which he prides himself on. Keeping his man busy, thinking at all times, just popping out those pitter-patter 1-2s. And then he'll sneak one of those big right hands through like he did a moment ago.
It's refreshing to see a reactive, sharp heavyweight.
There aren't many, are there? You know, but can do it well.
Yeah, there aren't many that
I'll tell you what, he got caught there, though.
Yeah, maybe just switched off for a second there, didn't he?
The referee just having a stern word with Vickers. And he wasn't happy. Good strong jab there. Established that jab early, did Lewis Williams. But a referee is...
Bad use of that forearm or elbow.
It's the forearm, isn't it, which he's not happy about at all. And fair enough, you've got to set the rules early, haven't you? But I do sense that Williams could potentially get his man out of there because he hurt him earlier on in that round, didn't he?
Oh, he definitely did, yeah. I think he really could. It's really about setting up his shots and actually finishing them off well.
So far, so good, John Joe.
Yeah,
happy with what you've seen?
Yeah, he's used that jab well, and as you say, he had him on wobbly legs there for a couple of seconds. Maybe get that with you.
Yeah, and I think if he can do that again, then he might be able to jump on him, but Ben Vickers is a tough cookie. Those K1 kickboxing fights which he had, you know, knees to the head and those big horrible round kicks to the head. And I've seen a few of the videos of his fights, and the way that he shook those off was, well, impressive, because most people
just
would be on the backside.
Just a whole different ball game.
Good parry with the jab, or off that jab from Williams. And Vickers just feinting, just trying to keep Williams thinking, keep that brain ticking over, distract him with something. But you're right, Echo, he's a good reactive fighter, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely a reactive fighter, and he's good with setting his distance with his lead foot as well.
Nice to see him go twice here, wouldn't it? Maybe set something up.
Nice right hand, that left hook snuck in behind the right glove of Vickers. Vickers is keeping that right hand super tight to his face now, ever since that one landed about 20 seconds ago. Oh, beautiful body shot as well. 1-2 upstairs and then dug that left into the body. And someone in the crowd just shouted, punch him in the face. Well, there you go. He did.
Yeah, he done his job.
As you mentioned earlier, it would be nice to see Williams go for that second phase.
Yeah, maybe switch the pace up too, maybe slow. A few slow shots, then start picking the pace up a little more.
He's got the rounds available, hasn't he? This one's scheduled for 6, obviously in the heavyweight division. I know the first couple of rounds are normally working your man out, just seeing what works, feeling the power, etc. So maybe we'll start seeing those second phase attacks start appearing a bit more as the rounds go by, and maybe that's where the success will come.
Yeah, he's definitely having success already. He seems to be just picking his shots, pot shotting him every once in a while.
Yeah, but nice to see him to walk onto something, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Set something up.
Good stab to the body there from Williams. Ultra relaxed, unbelievably relaxed actually.
When a power comes from it, when you relax, everything starts flowing.
Yeah, that snapping the punch.
Vickers just snuck a right uppercut through while he was close in there, which stopped Williams throwing a left hook. But Williams is absolutely doing plenty right.
Oh, definitely.
But there's more he can do, isn't there?
There is more, but just then, before that last exchange, I saw Williams in the blue corner, and he sensed that he was being trapped in the corner, and he foot feinted and came out of it, reset himself in the centre. It was brilliant boxing to watch. Good boxing IQ on him.
Gonjo, do you think there's anything which Vickers is doing which is causing Williams any problems which you've seen so far?
Yeah, as you see, he just keeps walking forward, and it's not the fastest walk, he just keeps coming slowly but surely, you know what I mean? Like, he's not rushing, he's not taking a step back, he's just being very patient about it.
Yeah, he is. He's being super patient.
As I said before, he's had that experience, and he's been here before, so he knows his way around the ring.
Well, Vickers up nice and early before the 10-second was announced. He's up and ready and keen to go. There's something quite Fury-esque about Williams. The way that he throws that really relaxed jab.
Yeah, it looks relaxed, and then there's just got a little pop at the end of it.
Yeah, kind of like he flicks it.
Which I think probably makes him quite difficult to read, but that was a nice strong right hand which got through the centre of the guard of Vickers. Constantly with that left hand, isn't he, Williams? Constantly just
keeps it busy,
sticking it in his face, isn't he?
Keeping him thinking on it, keeps him switched on. Vickers starting to go on the front foot now, nice to see.
I think that could play into Williams' hands, Echo, don't you?
It could do, or he could be slowly applying the pressure.
Good straight shots there from Williams. Lightning fast, and the referee now having a chat with Williams about the forearm.
It's good to see him letting 3 or 4 shots to go, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Vickers being a bit busier in this round. But he's been beaten to the exchange. Williams is winning the exchanges. He's been beaten to the punch, is Vickers.
Nice to see him go back to that body a little bit more, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Good work from the pair of them. Both landed some solid shots there. They kind of got Williams going a little bit more now, which is something we picked up on earlier.
Straight 1-2's nice, hit straight down the pipe.
I would really like to start seeing some kind of second phase attacks now. I think he can get through Williams.
Yeah, Vickers does switch off after the punch. Nice to go again.
He can't, like Vickers, it's like he senses, the attack's over, and then he goes again, doesn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
And I think that's where you can catch him off guard.
Yeah, and I think if Williams uses a bit more feints, he could also possibly get off that second phase.
Maybe a little feint and then go again.
Yeah.
What would you say to him if you were in the corner then?
What would I say to who?
Sorry, to Lewis Williams.
Oh, I'd tell him to obviously go for that second phase. Maybe put a foot feint in, push away, lean away, or just a literal hand feint.
What about you, John Joe?
Yeah, maybe start picking the body shots a little bit more, and as you say, second phase, try and pick it up a little bit. Feint and go again.
I mean, Williams, for me, has won every single round. But I think he probably could have won them with a bit clearer if he wanted to. That's my only, not even a criticism, because he's winning the rounds. But
he's boxing nice, to be fair, as a heavyweight. As I say, he's got that nice jab and he keeps behind it. He's not rushing in. He's not swinging shots in. He's keeping composed.
Yeah, I just sense he's like in second gear the whole time. Do you know what I'm saying when I say that?
To see how busy he is, yeah.
Well, let's see what this round is all about. This one's scheduled for 6. Will we get there? We don't always in this weight category. But at the moment, it looks like we will.
He's always switched on. He's always got a little flick out and feints. And
must be a nightmare to read Williams with that jab. And even when he's just kind of not even landing it, just sticking it in front of his face, downstairs, upstairs.
He's always twitching. Them little twitches always make a difference. Makes your second think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Good covering up and a few parries from Vickers. Just catching those shots well. Not all of them are getting through from Williams, and he does keep walking forward, but barely been a punch thrown from Vickers so far in this round. And about a minute 20 seconds has gone by. There we go.
Seems like Vickers is trying to force the fight in the pocket.
Yeah, he definitely likes to be a bit closer, doesn't he? I think he'd quite like to just be fighting in the pocket.
Yeah, as you see, he's got a butcher on his shorts. He wants to get in there, doesn't he, and start working a bit more.
Nice jab there from Vickers. Williams nice and light on his toes.
Yeah, it's good to see that, isn't it? Especially as a heavyweight. Twinkle toes, as you say.
Good, I like the left hook, right hand.
Vickers still there, doesn't he? Still wanting more.
Tell you what, I think it'd take a lot to get Vickers out of there. You kind of get the sense that both of these guys could do about 15 rounds of this, don't you?
Yeah, they're both well conditioned. That was a great body shot from Williams there.
Vickers just looking to the referee there, say it was low, but looked clean to me.
The referee might have a chat with Vickers about that forearm again. A couple of times that's gone in again.
That cheeky forearm there.
Nice uppercut there from Williams to end this round.
Good left hook.
Well, this is what's coming up after the prelims. Some good 50-50 fights there. I'm looking forward to seeing that main event a lot. I think that's a cracker, and Johnny Clark We're saying Ursu, he's made some big claims this week. He's saying Ursu is going to walk through Owen Cooper. It's going to be a demolition job. I think it'll be a bit closer than that.
Yeah, I think it'll be a bit closer than that. I think a lot of people might think Cooper's unassuming, but he's a relentless boxer in his own right. Especially look what he did to Chris Congo.
Do you know what? Relentless is the perfect way to sum him up, actually. He is, isn't he? He is non-stop. But this round beginning in exactly the same way that the previous ones did. Nice big thudding right hand to the body there from Williams, but Vickers soaks it up and just carries on. He's defensively good, actually, Vickers.
Yeah, he's very responsive defensively.
And he sneaks them through, doesn't he? You know, kind of, he'll parry a jab and then he'll score one of his own almost, well, most of the time. And these are punishing shots from Williams, and Vickers just...
You hear him, can't you? They're fudding in
Yeah,
there.
they're fudding over and over and over again, and Vickers just keeps coming.
He seems unfazed, but he's not really got the punch-out foot with it to match.
Yeah, but I see Vickers come back with 1 or 2 shots, won't it?
I think this could be a much more competitive fight if Vickers had the speed to match Williams, but he's not there, is he? Vickers looking like he was a bit frustrated there in the clinch. Oh, nice left uppercut got through there. Williams responds by getting straight back on the front foot of his own.
Probably one of his best shots of the fight.
Yeah, definitely. But he's not gone straight back to work afterwards.
Tell you what, the home fighters, if you like, if that's what we want to call them, have had some good tests tonight. Been some good operators in that red corner.
It's good to see, innit? It's good to see, especially for the crowd who pay the hard.
Oh, there's nothing worse when you've got a negative, opponent who's just trying to escape the whole time.
Yeah, sometimes you get opponents who just run around the ring and do circles around you.
And it's painful for you guys, the fighters, as well, isn't it? I mean, obviously you want to get the job done, but you don't want someone who's running away.
And sometimes it's hard to look good against a negative fighter.
Yeah, exactly. It's very hard to look good against a negative fighter.
That was nice.
Much better. About 6-7 shots went through them. Would love to see a bit more of that.
Looks like he's enjoying himself though. He's still got a little bounce on his feet.
Yeah. Great shot.
But the boxing continues, doesn't it? Because in a couple of weeks we're in Dublin.
Yeah.
Kakachi versus Jazza Dickens. That's a good fight, isn't it?
That is a great fight, actually. That is. Because they're both very game opponents. Kakachi, he's got a good dig on him, but Jazza, he can be exceptional on his neck.
And when are you out, John Joe? When's your next fight?
28th of March. I'm on the 28th of March on that most of the time with Franklin.
Magnificent Seven, of course you are. I saw you pop up on the Instagram feed, actually. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, I can't wait for it. It's 4 weeks today, so really can't wait for it.
That's a great card as well. So much boxing incoming over the next couple of months. Fights announced in Paris, in Dublin, in Manchester, everywhere.
It's good to see it, especially with Queensberry shows, always good shows, and you always get the fights you want to see.
But a 6th and final round. Props to both of these guys. Vickers, as tough as they come, got through with a fair few of his own shots each and every round. Kept Williams on his toes. There was a moment in the opening round where Williams looked like he hurt Vickers, and he did hurt him, but he did well to recover and got straight back to it.
But I see Williams going through the shots again, throwing 6-7 shots combinations.
Yeah, especially in the final round. Really kind of let his hands go and not necessarily empty the tank, but when he raises the tempo, he seems to have a bit more success and looks like he gets on top of his man and hurts him a bit more. So let's see if he does that.
Yeah, he's still got that snap in his shots, and especially the 6th round, as you said, it's been a high-paced fight, so...
Good battle of the jabs between these two. Williams is just a little too sharp with his. He wins that jab exchange every time, and the gum shield comes out. It wasn't a punch. I think just come out of his mouth as he breathed out. But looking at the face of Williams, I think he'll know he's been in a fight in the morning. He's got some reddening around his eyes, hasn't he?
Yeah, both two men will know they've been in a fight by the morning, wouldn't they?
I think they'll be feeling a bit sore.
Pains. Good left hook.
I've definitely got the easier job. Williams maintaining that bounce in his toes. Not as much as he was in the first couple of rounds, but that's understandable. Under those bright lights, which are extraordinarily hot. He's had some energy zapped out of him, and he's done some good work, so he's not going to be as mobile, is he?
I can feel the heat from down here, so God knows how hot it's in there.
I got to say, Williams' jab is still exceptional in this round, round 6.
It's consistent, isn't it?
Yeah, consistent, and you can hear the snap on it.
I'd love to see the stats for how many jabs Williams has thrown. It must be in the hundreds in this 6-round fight.
A little bit of shoulder there. His referee's not very happy.
I think the ref was contemplating about a point then, but he changed his mind. That's my guess.
There's only 10 seconds after it, so it would make
be a bit pointless, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't make no difference to the scorecards anyways, let's be honest. But
well, surely Lewis Williams gets that, but he didn't get it his own way. And like these guys said, he'll certainly know that he was being in a fight. And Vickers is the sort of guy who'd be great to put up against any kind of heavyweight prospect coming up, isn't he?
Oh, definitely. The way he soaked up some of the punishment he got given, but he's actually got a good reactive defence as well.
Yeah, one of the things that we speak about so often, especially with heavyweights, I mean Moses Atama, for example, is how you get them rounds, and you need strong, durable opponents who keep coming non-stop, and Vickers is definitely one of those types of fighters. Super durable. But the referee's just calling the two fighters together. Thomas Treiber has the scorecard, so we'll go to him now.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, our referee in charge, Chris Dean, scores the contest 60-54 for your winner. And still undefeated, Lewis Williams.
Well, Lewis Williams moves to 4-0. Nice and steady, pretty much on his own terms. He's barely dropped a round in his 4 professional fights so far. His debut was a very good stoppage win. And look, I mean, the matchmaking's good, isn't it? It's good. I mean, if he's blowing people away all the time, it gets a bit boring, doesn't it?
I was literally just about to say, this show, there's been a lot of like shutout wins, but the matchmaking's been great because it's not like wins against people that they should just beat. It's been wins against people actually going in there and giving them a test. and they might win the round, but it's not like they've just been given the round.
Well, we are ready for our next fight, so we shall head over to Thomas Triber.
Let's now welcome to the ring from Tanzania, Jensi Kibazange.
Well, Jensi is not mucking around. I think he took about 5 seconds to get to the ring, and he's full of energy, so we look forward to seeing him.
Yeah, he's got that bouncing stuff, hasn't he?
Welcome to the ring from England, Tony Lightning Curtis Jr.
Well, when he was about 11 years old, Tony Curtis Jr. told Frank Warren to get his checkbook ready because he would need to sign him as one of his fighters. And here he is on his third consecutive Queensberry show. The 19-year-old is already 13 fights deep into his career and has got a legend in Roy Jones Jr. in his corner.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 8 rounds in the super flyweight division. Brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry, along with their great sponsors, Riyadh Season, 32 Red, Unibet, Global Next Trade, and That Prize Guide. When the bell rings, our referee in charge and scoring the contest will be Ryan Churchill. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he comes to the ring wearing white with black and weighed in officially at 112.14 pounds. Coming to us from Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, he brings a professional record consisting of 21 wins, 14 defeats, 4 draws, 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jensi Kibazange. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, he comes to the ring wearing white with black and weighed in officially at 114.4 pounds. Hailing from Sittingbourne, Kent, England, he has a professional record of 12 wins, just 1 defeat, 3 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Tony Lightning Curtis Jr.
Okay guys, you both know the rules, so keep it clean. And when I say break, you stop boxing and take a step back immediately. Protect yourselves at all times. 8 rounds, touch gloves.
Well, this is the last fight on the prelim show before we move over to the main card live on DAZN. Kibazange of Tanzania boxing out of that red corner with the white and black shorts against Tony Curtis Jr. in the white and very sparkly shorts.
Yeah, he definitely looks the part, doesn't he? Especially them boots.
I know, I was thinking them custom boots.
Straight out and in sharp, starting fast.
Well, this one's scheduled for 8 3-minute rounds in the super flyweight division. These guys will be rapid. Curtis Jr., we've seen him a few times, very good at making people miss. He's got some skills there.
Kibazange came out looking very relaxed, but he's had to shoot straight into it because Curtis is very sharp, as he said.
The first time we saw Curtis Jr. on a Queensberry show was a show in Bournemouth on the undercard of Ryan Garner. And I didn't realise he was trained by Roy Jones Jr. And I was walking along the gardens of Bournemouth by the sea. and I thought, Roy Jones Jr.'s just walked past me. Why is Roy Jones Jr. in Bournemouth? It must be a lookalike. And that was the reason why. So maybe even stranger for boxing fans in Derby, wondering why he might have walked past them in the town centre. A nice sharp start here from Curtis Jr. Kibazungi is going to have to be super fast to land anything.
Seems to be quite an awkward opponent at the moment.
Quite wild with those shots as well, isn't he? He's literally running at him with his arms straight, swinging away.
A little bit of blood there.
Yeah, a bit of blood on the nose of Curtis Jr. So we got
might just
caught with something.
Left hook jumping in.
Yeah.
It's good to see him trying, though. He's trying his hardest.
Oh, definitely. He's not exactly as fast as Curtis is, but he's definitely winging in those punches.
Sharp jab there from Curtis Jr. Kibazungi really struggling to get in range and land anything there, but some good defensive reflexes there. A couple of jabs came from Curtis Jr. None of them got anywhere near him. So going to the last few seconds of the opening round. And Kibazungi, he's a bit wild, isn't he?
Yeah, he's very wild. He's good with his, he's twitchy with his defense, and he switched southpaw as well towards the end of the round. But I still feel like Curtis was really sharp in the round. He's just setting about getting his distance right to land those punches.
And John Joe, when you've got a fighter who is a bit wild and a bit unorthodox, they're not the easiest to box sometimes, are they?
No, obviously, no. You've got to keep switched on, and like, as you say, they can come from nowhere, really. Like, you could be sat in a pocket, and before you know it, you've got an overhand backhand coming to you, so...
Yeah, the amount of times that I've heard fighters say that, you're used to kind of like that good structured stance, that 1-2 coming nice and straight from someone's chin, they're easy to read, and then all of a sudden you've got someone like Kibazungi, he's just like throwing cricket ball punches at times.
And as you say,
you've got to be careful.
It's even harder to set shots up with people like that because they never keep still, you know what I mean? Always jumping in and jumping out.
They don't do what a good boxer would do, necessarily.
Curtis Jr. straight out on that front foot, trying to take the centre of that ring. Nice and relaxed. Kibazungi not necessarily engaging him much here, but he did a bit of commentator's curse. As soon as I said it, he landed a left hand. I think I might say it again. We might have a fight. And Curtis Jr. being ultra patient here. He lands that right hand, and then Kibazungi just kind of shook his head as he chases him around the ring.
He's definitely trying to swing them body shots in.
Yeah. Kibazungi does a lot of things awkwardly, crosses his legs. The way he leans back, his balance seems off, but it seems to work for him.
Got through with a left hook to the body there. It was a bit of a thud.
Bit of kidology there.
And the styles are making this a bit unintentionally messy, actually. And Curtis Jr. made his professional debut in Mexico. I think he was around 15 years old or something crazy like that, which he actually lost. And that was the only loss that he has got on his record. And since then, he's racked up 12 wins. Lots of his fights have been in the Middle East. Roy Jones Jr. says lots of pleasant and positive things about him, enjoys being his coach and being his trainer. Kivizangi just tried to get a left hook there, and he's really spurring Curtis Jr. to come at him, but he's not that type of fighter. He likes making people miss. Bit of an acknowledgement there at the end of that round from Kivizangi. Got caught with that jab. I mean, for me, my observation is Curtis Jr. is very good at making you miss. He is, and he's sharp. For me, I want to see him make his opponents pay more, because once you make a miss, you've got to make him pay, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. Otherwise, you're just making the miss, but you're not actually racking up the points as the match goes on. And you want to obviously have the scorecards on your side, so he needs to definitely make Kivizangi pay every time he misses, and actually pay when he overcommits with some of his shots.
Do you think there's a reason he kind of doesn't do that as much?
He might be just being a bit cautious. You know, when someone is throwing swings and roundabouts at you, you're not too sure where the next punch is coming from, especially with an awkward opponent like Kivizangi. So I think Curtis just needs to get that little bit of confidence. Just let his hands go at certain points.
This is round 3 in the super flyweight division, scheduled for 8. The last few rounds of the preliminary show. And the main card kicks off afterwards, topped off by Cooper Ursu for that British welterweight title, the Commonwealth belt on the line as well. And this place will be electric when that comes around. Oh, wasn't a knockdown. I think he kind of just lost his balance and their feet tied up on the way in. Nice shot there, left it, uppercut on the inside. That was good work.
Nice to see him go twice.
Yeah, it's always much better work when he does. But Kivizangi he's a difficult opponent to pin down, because he is so.
Yeah, he's very difficult to read too. He's just.
Yeah, definitely. But I think he thrives when you give him time. So just as you said, if Curtis goes for that second phase, goes again, puts it on him, he'll definitely not give him time to be as awkward as he is.
It's better work there from Curtis Jr.
Yeah, he's starting to go for the gears a little bit more now, isn't he?
He is, and Kivizangi looks like he's just getting the ump a bit. And I think that can play into the hands of Curtis Jr.
Makes for a good fight.
It does, because we know that he can make him miss, because he's been doing that 90% of the time. It's just, can he make him pay once he's made him miss? Kivizangi, a bit of body language there, shaking his head over and over again. And you guys know better than I do that normally when fighters do that, it's because they're acknowledging that a particular shot actually got through. Do you think there's anything that Curtis Jr. can do to try and get Queensberry to stay in the same place for a bit longer than he does, because it seems every time he gets him, he's gone.
Yeah.
Is it a case of cutting the ring off a bit better? What is it?
Maybe cutting the ring off slightly better, not that he isn't, and maybe starting off some of his combinations with a body shot, because that makes your opponents have to stop to block it and then move. So if he starts with a body shot, goes to the head, maybe finishes with a body shot as well, that might give him a bit more success.
John Joe, does Queensberry look like a difficult opponent for you? Does he look awkward for you as a fighter?
I just say, you should never ever get sparring like that, you know what I mean? Like, you spar. I just said, good boxers, you know what I mean? He's like, he's all over the place, jumping in, jumping out. You don't train for that.
Yeah, he's a nightmare to prepare for.
It's impossible to train like that for that, isn't it? Like,
you can't even teach that.
No.
Curtis Jr. just trying to establish that jab in the opening part of this round. Nearly at the halfway stage. What Curtis Jr. is good at is changing that angle when he comes flying at him. He'll kind of just take a turn 45, 90 degrees.
Shot. Good body shot, that.
Just took that like a champ, didn't he?
I tell you what, there we go. We've got a bit of entertainment there. Queensberry sticking his tongue out, made him miss 4 or 5 times. And did he do some sort of strongman pose when that body shot hit as well?
Yeah.
He's a character.
I think it still hurt though.
Yeah, he definitely
of course it did. Yeah. That's where you want to see him make him pay, isn't it? It's those moments. It looks great when he does make him miss.
Nice little jab to the body there.
Yeah.
Queensberry's kind of just opted to take that role of, right, I'll be on the back foot, you be on the front foot. And isn't really switching it up much now. There was moments earlier on in the fight where he was going forward a lot more, but...
As you see, if you keep missing like that, it's hard to...
Yeah, I mean, it must be breaking his soul a little bit.
Good shot. Nice to see Curtis go again there.
Yeah.
Must have heard me, because they've changed roles. Know that Tony Curtis Jr. said that Prince Nassim Hamid was a bit of a hero for him when he was growing up, and you can see that style actually a bit, can't you? He boxes a bit like a old school Nas. Those hands down low.
Yeah, you can definitely see that flair. And he's definitely got the speed for it.
Okay, do you think that Queensberry's got any chance of winning this from what you're seeing at the moment?
Well, every fighter has that puncher's chance, because he does wing them in from far, but sometimes they land. He's an awkward opponent, though. I think with the schooling of Curtis, he will win this, but he really needs to settle down on picking his punches and really making Queensberry pay when he misses.
And John Joe, do you think that Queensberry's kind of run out of ideas, as we were maybe alluding to in the previous rounds?
Yeah, as you see, he just seems to take that step back now and more calmer, and he's not throwing like jumping in with shots as he was at the start. But as you say, every boxer's got that puncher's chance. So.
Well, absolutely, we know that. We've seen it so many times over the years. Where you think,
well, he takes that 1 second and it switch off for 1 second.
That's it. And they can be devastating, those types of finishes. But let's see what this round has got in store. I'm sure it'll be plenty more of the same. I'd like to see Kibazangi on the front foot a bit more. It makes the fight more entertaining. Kibazangi makes me laugh with all those little shakes of the head that he does and just kind of the poses. Thing is with those attacks is Curtis Jr. can see them coming a mile off, can't he?
Yeah.
As soon as he starts kind of, he telegraphs too much, doesn't he, with those lunging big bowler right hands.
I think Kibazangi's most success is when he counters during a flurry, as opposed to when he leads.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen him throw a jab yet, to be honest.
Nice jab to the body there from Curtis Jr. More of that. And there goes another wild couple of hooks from Kibazangi. He's really having a go. You know, he's not that he's not trying. He's just not having the success with his accuracy.
Nice to see him putting them 2 or 3 shots together, really, wasn't it? Instead of taking that one big swing.
Yeah.
Good, nice strong 1-2 there from Curtis Jr. And he has his man in the corner. Can he keep him there? Can he do more of the same? Nice pitter-patter touch shots. What follows? Nice right hand there from Curtis Jr. It's almost like he kind of properly found his range in this round. There's that jab again. Good work. Swing and a miss from Kibazangi. That's been the theme of the fight.
Ooh,
but there's a body shot there. He got through with that one, didn't he? Nice work there from Curtis Jr. Can he follow up with it? But Kibazangi's got the hump on that. And he's starting to go for it a bit more himself.
Big body shot there.
Good to see Curtis stand there and actually have a little trade with him for 10 or 15 seconds.
But when it happens, Curtis Jr., he does seem quite happy to be there, like having a bit of a trade-off, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He seems happy for it. I mean, he doesn't have to go searching for his opponent.
That's it. It's punches that win fights. And he's starting to get that experience now. You know, with this fight being fight number 14 in his professional career, which sounds a bit mad for a 19-year-old. But that's exactly where we are. That debut fight which he lost in Cancun, Mexico, hopefully feels like a lifetime ago. And he has stopped 3 people in his career so far, which isn't often that common, especially in the super flyweight division. So when he lands, he can get rid of them.
Nice to see him maybe spike that body a bit more now.
Roy Jones Jr. very vocal in that blue corner, constantly giving out coaching advice to Curtis Jr. Almost kind of talking him through and walking him through the fight. Kibazangi certainly starting this round a bit negative. But here is a prolonged attack, which doesn't last very long at all. And Curtis Jr. is pretty much having it all his own way at the moment. Just picking him off with those straight shots with the jab over and over again. And there's a right which lands on the temple but doesn't bother Queensberry. There's a good left hook to the body which followed.
Just inviting him in there, wanting the fight.
That's where he wants it, isn't it? The man from Tanzania, Queensberry. He wants to fight in the pocket or close to it.
If I was Curtis, I would, once I had him in the corner, I'd really go to work because there's not really a lot of space for him to move into.
He is slippery though, isn't he? Kind of very good at getting himself out of those tight spaces. The right hand slammed into the back of Queensberry, but it was a good shot, and if it had landed upstairs, it might have been a different ball game then. Curtis Jr. in full control.
Just in cruise mode right now, and he's just cruising through it.
Just going through the motions, really, more than anything. Just picking him off over and over again with that jab. Queensberry defending a lot of them, actually. But another round done and dusted. But not really too much of a sign of those second phase attacks, is there?
It was a bit laboured to get off his stool just before the start of that round, and his work output was a bit lower. Maybe he's feeling the pace, so hopefully we'll get that second phase from Curtis in the next round.
When he does it, John Joe, it's much better boxing, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is, and especially picking that pace up now and then just keeps him switched on, doesn't it? Like, he's not getting no really much success from 1s and 2s, maybe pick up 3s and 4s and maybe start catching them.
Yeah, when there's punches in bunches, it looks like a much more effective way of fighting for Curtis Jr.
As you say, it's a lot harder to move out the way of 3 or 4 shots than 2 shots, so...
And the fight is kind of... a pattern has developed, hasn't it? And it's like kind of both these guys have picked up on the pattern and is working in Curtis Jr.'s favour. Because Queensberry, like, he's got used to there only being a few shots coming at him, and then he kind of waits and another attacker comes in. And I think those second phases could really catch him off guard, and he might get through with some clean shots. Be interested to know what Roy Jones is telling him in the corner.
He's going for it now, he's starting to pick it up now, good to see.
It's like Matrix that was, it was like a huge screw shot which came in. It must be so frustrating if you're a fighter and you're throwing so many punches and, 99% of them are missing.
That was a good body shot, that was.
Curtis Jr., every single time the referee breaks him up, he's straight back to the centre of the ring, trying to take ownership of it, trying to control every single element of the fight. Good left hook to the body. The Queensberry got in there and got hold of him to make sure he couldn't do any further good work. But he
needs to go again
constantly saying, come on, come to me.
Good counter that.
And there's been many rounds in this fight so far that kind of looked identical, haven't they? You could almost play it to someone and say those two are the same rounds, and they're not, and they believe you.
Yeah, it's just the exact same rhythm, isn't it? Just the exact same pace.
I like that Curtis has found a shot that is seeping through Kibazange's guard, that left hook to his liver.
Good to see Curtis start planting his feet and start maybe walking him down now, wouldn't it?
Especially when he does all the cardology.
Yeah.
Good body shot.
Was a good solid thudding body shot from Kibazange. Nice right hand there to end the round.
It's like a trick shot battle. They're trying to get the trickiest shot and then showboat with it.
It is. Well, this is what's coming up after the final round. The main card live exclusively worldwide on DAZN. The British and Commonwealth titles up for grabs. And Cooper versus Ursu. Echo Esmond, of course, has got a history of a couple of these fighters actually, but especially Owen Cooper. Well, we look forward to watching that in a bit. But one more round to go in the super flyweight division here in Derby, the Valiant Live, which is starting to pick up nicely now.
Nice to see him go through the gears now. Last round, maybe a strong finish.
He's good at those twitches, isn't he? Keeping his opponent guessing. Those feints. I've been knackered just from kind of thinking doing 8 rounds in there with him, because he's making you wonder what's coming and when it's coming, and then he hits you with a jab. And he does a lot of that stuff as well, the kind of showboating stuff. It's not too much, is it? It's not necessarily cocky. It's just enough to keep you guessing.
Yeah, he's very twitchy.
Kibazange needs to come back with something. I know he's missing a lot. I think it was about around 3 or 4, John Joe, you were saying that he'd kind of run out of ideas, and here we are in the 8th, and
still going forward.
He must be on the old petrol light. It's been on for a while.
Could say he's running on fumes, but he's just stood there and he's just starting to take a few on the gloves.
But it's one of those fights where it's actually quite hard almost to commentate on, because there's not a lot going on. It's the same thing. It's just, you know, Curtis Jr. is just picking him off over and over again. Kibazange comes back maybe once or twice around with a big wild shot, but Curtis is just, he's having it all his own way.
As you said before, you could put the 4th on, you could say it's the 8th, and you couldn't tell the difference really.
A fair play to Kibazange. With 45 seconds to go. He isn't running away. He's still stood there. I love the shaking of the head. It's great. Over and over again. And he senses that the last few seconds of the fight are here. But he ain't going to do anything silly. Curtis Jr. is going to do exactly what he's done for 8 rounds, and that is just jab, throw the odd big body shot in, move around, have the fight on his terms, and surely we'll move to 13-1 when the final bell sounds.
As you said, there's only one winner here, isn't there?
There is, and I just wonder with Curtis Jr., What kind of fighter, what kind of fight is going to bring him out of that style a bit and kind of bring out a bit more of aggression, I guess, and those second phase attacks and wanting to really hurt people?
Probably someone who matches him with the foot speed and, well, foot speed and hand speed ideally, but with the foot speed at least, and stays with him to force him to punch. But you can't really fault him. He's fought who's been put in front of him, a very awkward opponent. He throws from dangerous, awkward angles as well, and he's done what he needed to do. Yes, we would have wanted him to go for that second or third phase, but he's still cruised to a victory.
Well, Thomas Triber has the scorecard, so we'll go to him.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of boxing, our referee in charge, Ryan Churchill, scores it 80-72 for your winner, Tony Lightning Curtis Jr.
Well, you can only beat who's in front of you, and Tony Curtis Jr. has done exactly that tonight, and that is our last fight on the prelims. A big thanks to John Joe Carrigan, to Echo Esserman, and for your company. But join DAZN for the rest of the main card and enjoy your evening.
Yeah, same to you. Enjoy your night.
Thank you for having me.